There is a place where the warmth of the sun finally dies. A place so distant that time itself seems to stretch thin. A place where the laws that shaped our world begin to loosen their grip. And right now, at this very moment, a tiny machine built by human hands is drifting through that place, alone. More than 24 billion kilometers from Earth. So far away that even light, the fastest thing in the universe, takes nearly a full day to carry its whisper back to us. That machine is Voyager. And what it has discovered at the edge of our solar system has changed everything we thought we knew about space, about reality, and about our place in the universe. For all of human history, we believed we lived inside a safe cosmic harbor. A warm island carved by the sun, surrounded by a vast frozen ocean of stars. We imagined a clean boundary where the sun's power ended and interstellar space began. But the universe had something far more unsettling waiting for us. In 1977, humanity launched 2 small spacecraft toward the outer darkness, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. Their missions seemed simple: explore the giant planets, collect data, and then drift silently forever. No one expected them to survive this long. No one expected them to reach the edge, and no one expected what they would find there. As Voyager raced outward, it passed Jupiter, revealing a violent world of endless storms and crushing gravity. It passed Saturn, exposing delicate rings and frozen moons hiding underground oceans. Then Uranus, tilted and strange. Then Neptune, a raging blue sphere wrapped in supersonic winds. Each encounter shattered old beliefs, but nothing prepared scientists for what waited beyond the final planet. Beyond Neptune, beyond Pluto, beyond the scattered debris of the Kuiper Belt, there lay a boundary humanity had never crossed. A boundary no human eye had ever seen. A place where the sun's influence weakens. A place where the interstellar abyss begins to push back. This invisible frontier is called the heliopause. It is the outer wall of the sun's domain, where solar wind collides with the raw pressure of deep space. For decades, scientists debated what it would look like. Would it be smooth? Would it be chaotic? Would it even exist? Voyager was about to give the answer. But first, it had to survive a journey through one of the most hostile environments ever encountered. Out here, sunlight is 10,000 times weaker than on Earth. Temperatures plunge toward absolute zero. Radiation floods the void. And every system on board Voyager is running on power weaker than a refrigerator light bulb. Every day, another instrument is shut down to preserve energy. Every transmission could be its last. And yet, Voyager continues. Silent, relentless, unstoppable. As it drifted deeper, something strange began to happen. The density of charged particles surrounding the spacecraft began to change. Cosmic radiation spiked. Magnetic fields twisted. It was as if Voyager were approaching a pressure wall in space. Scientists watched in disbelief as data showed the solar wind slowing, weakening, and finally almost stopping. The sun's breath was fading. Then, in August 2012, Voyager crossed a line humanity had never crossed before. It exited the heliosphere. It entered interstellar space. For the first time in history, something built by humans had left the sun's protective bubble and stepped into the true void between stars. But instead of emptiness, Voyager found chaos. Beyond the heliopause, space was not calm. It was violent, turbulent, filled with high-energy particles traveling at near light speed. Magnetic fields clashed and snapped like cosmic lightning. The boundary between solar space and interstellar space was not a gentle fade. It was a war zone, a cosmic shockwave where two invisible oceans crashed into each other. This discovery shattered decades of theory. The solar system was not peacefully floating in space. It was plowing through it, like a ship cutting through a stormy sea. And this meant something terrifying. Our solar system is not isolated, it is vulnerable. Interstellar space is not empty, it is alive with energy. And beyond that boundary, forces exist that we barely understand. But Voyager was not finished. As it drifted deeper, its instruments recorded something unexpected. A faint, persistent hum, a low-frequency vibration rippling through the interstellar medium. At first, scientists believed it was background noise. But as Voyager continued, the signal repeated. A steady pulse, a rhythm, almost like a heartbeat. This vibration revealed the density of plasma between the stars, and what it showed was deeply unsettling. Interstellar space was far denser than predicted, not packed with matter, but packed with energy, invisible waves, cosmic radiation, subatomic storms. Space was not a void, it was a battlefield, and Voyager was drifting straight through it. The farther it traveled, the more the universe revealed its hostility. High-energy cosmic rays slammed into Voyager from every direction. These particles are born in supernova explosions, black hole jets, and violent stellar collisions. They carry energy so extreme that a single particle can disrupt electronics, scramble memory, and degrade metals. Yet, Voyager endured. Its ancient computer, less powerful than a digital watch, continued to transmit data across billions of kilometers. Each signal took more than 20 hours to reach Earth. Each reply took another 20 hours to return. A conversation stretched across nearly 2 days. And yet, Voyager whispered back to us from the abyss. Then came something no one expected. Voyager began detecting sudden surges in cosmic radiation. Spikes far stronger than normal background levels, not random, not constant, but pulsing, rising, falling, as if something massive were breathing in the dark. At first, scientists suspected solar flares, but the sun's influence no longer reached Voyager. These waves were coming from beyond, from deep interstellar space, from places no human probe had ever touched. And then Voyager crossed something else, an unseen boundary where the pressure of interstellar space increased dramatically. Here, particles compressed, magnetic fields intensified, energy surged. This region, known as the bow shock, forms where our solar system slams into the surrounding galaxy, like a ship's bow wave in cosmic waters. But Voyager's readings suggested something stranger. The structure was unstable, shifting, moving, changing, as if the boundary itself were alive. Some scientists proposed that our solar system is passing through a dense interstellar cloud, a region of space packed with charged gas and magnetic turbulence. If true, this could affect everything, from cosmic radiation levels, to the behavior of comets, to Earth's own climate over long time scales. Our solar system might be sailing through a storm we cannot see, and Voyager is our only scout. Then came the discovery that changed everything. A sudden, powerful burst of plasma waves slammed into Voyager's detectors. These waves were triggered by shock fronts traveling through interstellar space. They originated from distant stellar explosions, supernovae detonating light years away. Yet their echoes were still powerful enough to shake the fabric of space around Voyager. These shockwaves revealed something terrifying. The interstellar medium is not quiet. It is constantly being stirred by cataclysms, star deaths, black hole eruptions, galactic collisions. The universe is violent on scales we can barely imagine. And our solar system is not shielded from it. We are sailing through a cosmic firing range. But perhaps the most haunting discovery of all came when scientists analyzed Voyager's magnetic data. The orientation of magnetic fields beyond the heliopause did not match predictions. Instead of aligning smoothly with the sun's magnetic bubble, the interstellar field twisted at strange angles, almost as if external forces were tugging at it, pulling, distorting, manipulating. Some researchers quietly began asking unsettling questions. What if our solar system is not just drifting through random space? What if unseen structures exist beyond our detection? Massive magnetic currents, cosmic filaments, invisible rivers of energy shaping the galaxy. And what if Voyager had stumbled into one of them? The deeper Voyager went, the more reality began to unravel. Its instruments revealed variations in plasma density that suggested turbulence far beyond normal expectations. Space was churning, boiling, vibrating, and yet there was no visible source, no stars nearby, no nebula, no obvious cause, just raw, restless energy. Then, slowly, Voyager began to lose its senses. One by one, its instruments shut down. Power dwindled. Systems failed, until only a handful remained alive. Each transmission became weaker, fainter, more fragile. And in that fading signal, humanity strained to hear the final whispers of the universe. Voyager had become our most distant eye, our farthest ear, our last messenger from the edge. And the edge was telling us something chilling: that the universe is not calm, that safety is an illusion, that beyond the sun's warmth lies a realm of relentless power, a realm where stars die in silence, where shockwaves travel for millions of years, where invisible storms can strip planets of their atmospheres, and where our fragile world drifts like dust in a hurricane. Yet, despite all this, Voyager continues, its golden record still spinning, its antennas still pointing home, a silent relic of human curiosity, carrying our music, our voices, our hopes, across the endless dark. But Voyager is not just exploring space, it is exploring our future. Because one day, long after Earth is gone, long after the sun has burned out, Voyager will still be traveling, a ghost ship, drifting through frozen eternity, carrying proof that once, on a small blue planet, intelligent life dared to reach beyond its cradle. And that journey has only just begun. Voyager's journey did not slow after crossing the heliopause. If anything, the mystery deepened. Because beyond the sun's final breath, beyond the collapsing winds and fading magnetic shield, Voyager began to detect something else, something subtle, something unsettling. Tiny fluctuations in plasma density, minuscule variations in magnetic pressure, whispers of forces acting on the spacecraft from directions no star occupied. At first, scientists dismissed these as statistical noise, random chaos. But the longer Voyager traveled, the more these signals repeated. Patterns began to emerge. Not clean, not symmetrical, but persistent, almost intentional. Space, it seemed, was not uniform. It was textured, layered, alive with unseen motion, and Voyager was drifting through its hidden currents. To understand what Voyager was experiencing, we must first understand the bubble it left behind. The heliosphere. This vast protective cocoon carved by the sun stretches billions of kilometers in every direction. Solar wind streams outward, forming a shield that deflects much of the dangerous cosmic radiation flooding the galaxy. Inside this bubble, planets orbit in relative safety. Life exists. Oceans remain liquid. Atmospheres survive. But the heliosphere is not static. It bends. It warps. It shifts as the sun moves through the Milky Way at over 200 kilometers per second. Our entire solar system is plowing through interstellar space like a ship through an invisible ocean. And that ocean is not calm. Beyond the heliopause lies the local interstellar medium, a tenuous mixture of gas, plasma, magnetic fields, and cosmic rays. For decades, scientists believed this region was thin, quiet, and uneventful. Voyager proved them wrong. The interstellar medium was denser, more turbulent, more energized. It contained ripples and shockwaves traveling vast distances, remnants of stellar explosions that had occurred thousands, even millions of years ago. Ghosts of dead stars still shaping the structure of space. As Voyager continued outward, it began recording oscillations in plasma density that suggested enormous pressure waves moving through the galaxy. These were not local disturbances. They were galactic-scale events, like tsunamis rolling across an ocean the size of the Milky Way. Every few weeks, the instruments detected sudden compressions in plasma, then gradual relaxations, like the slow inhale and exhale of something unimaginably vast. Scientists traced these waves back to supernova remnants, the echoes of massive stars collapsing in distant arms of the galaxy. Explosions so powerful they briefly outshone entire galaxies, the shockwaves now traveling endlessly through space. Voyager was drifting through the fading heartbeat of ancient catastrophes, but something did not add up. Some of the pressure changes were too abrupt, too localized, too frequent, not matching known supernova patterns. These anomalies forced researchers to reconsider everything they thought they knew about the structure of interstellar space. Perhaps space itself was more dynamic than anyone had imagined. Perhaps invisible currents, magnetic vortices, and plasma rivers threaded the galaxy, constantly reshaping its internal architecture. And perhaps Voyager had wandered into one of these cosmic streams. Then came the cold. As Voyager moved farther from the sun, temperatures plunged. Out here, heat is a memory. Sunlight is a faint suggestion. The temperature dropped to nearly absolute zero. Electronics became brittle. Metal contracted. Every component aboard Voyager faced relentless thermal stress. Yet, against all odds, the spacecraft endured. Its radioactive power source, a small plutonium generator, continued to supply a trickle of energy. But every year, that energy declined. Bit by bit, system by system, Voyager began shutting down its instruments. Each shutdown felt like losing a scent. First, its planetary cameras, then its particle detectors, then its plasma analyzers, until only the most critical instruments remained. Each shutdown was permanent. There would be no repairs, no replacements, no second chances. Every decision was final. Mission engineers faced agonizing choices. Which instrument would live? Which would die? Which discoveries were worth preserving? And which would be sacrificed to keep Voyager alive just a little longer? With each passing year, Voyager became quieter, its voice weaker, its messages more fragile, but its discoveries more profound. As it drifted deeper, it detected changes in the galactic magnetic field, subtle rotations, gradual twists. These shifts suggested that our solar system exists inside a massive magnetic structure far larger than previously believed. a kind of cosmic current sheet where fields from different regions of the galaxy collide and merge. If true, this means the environment surrounding our solar system is shaped not just by nearby stars, but by vast galactic-scale forces. Invisible highways of magnetism stretching tens of thousands of light-years. And if those currents shift, our entire cosmic neighborhood could change. Cosmic radiation levels could rise. Planetary atmospheres could erode. Biological mutation rates could increase. The conditions for life could slowly transform. Voyager was revealing that our cosmic environment is not fixed. It is dynamic, evolving, alive. Then something even stranger appeared. A faint increase in plasma density far beyond what models predicted. This suggested that Voyager was approaching the boundary of a previously unknown interstellar structure. A cloud, a filament, a region of compressed matter drifting silently through space. Some scientists speculated that our solar system may soon enter this region. If that happens, Earth could experience dramatic long-term changes. Increased cosmic radiation, altered cloud formation, subtle climate shifts spanning centuries, even increased mutation rates across life. The universe, it seemed, was not content to leave us alone. And Voyager was our only warning. But the most unsettling data came from Voyager's cosmic ray detectors. They revealed fluctuations that did not correlate with known cosmic sources. Not supernovae, not pulsars, not black holes. The signals rose and fell irregularly, almost as if something massive were intermittently blocking and releasing the flow of radiation, like shadows passing through a cosmic beam. Some researchers suggested dense interstellar clouds. Others proposed magnetic turbulence. But a small group began to whisper a far stranger possibility. What if there were massive, invisible structures drifting through the galaxy? Objects that did not emit light, did not reflect radiation, yet possessed enough mass to distort particle flows. Could there be dark matter concentrations, or primordial black holes, or relics of unknown cosmic processes moving silently through space? Voyager could not see them, but it could feel their gravitational fingerprints, and the data hinted at something unseen passing between the stars. The universe, it seemed, was filled with ghosts. Then, without warning, Voyager detected an intense burst of charged particles, a sudden storm of radiation, so powerful it briefly overwhelmed its detectors. This was no supernova shockwave, no solar flare. It arrived from an unknown direction, and then it vanished. Leaving behind silence, scientists scoured galactic maps. No known event matched the timing. No gamma-ray bursts. No recorded stellar explosions. Nothing. The source remained a mystery. Some speculated it was a distant magnetar flare, a rare eruption from a collapsed star with a magnetic field trillions of times stronger than Earth's. Others suggested it could be the signature of colliding neutron stars. But the absence of corroborating observations left the event unexplained. A cosmic scream from nowhere, and Voyager was the only witness. As years passed, Voyager continued its lonely journey, drifting farther, slower. Its speed relative to the sun remained steady. But its destination was no longer clear. It was not heading towards any star, not toward any planet, not toward any galaxy. It was simply moving, a relic of human curiosity wandering through the infinite. And yet, even as it drifted, its golden record remained intact, a time capsule of Earth, encoded with images of our world, sounds of our oceans, voices speaking dozens of languages, music from across cultures and centuries, a message in a bottle cast into a cosmic ocean. intended for no one, yet carrying everything. If someday, somewhere, something were to find Voyager, it would discover a civilization long gone, a species that lived briefly, dreamed fiercely, and dared to touch the stars. But there is another, darker possibility, that Voyager may not be alone, because interstellar space is vast beyond comprehension, and yet it is not empty. It contains rogue planets drifting starless, brown dwarfs, failed stars wandering the void, asteroids, comets, and debris ejected from countless solar systems. There may even be relics of ancient civilizations, technological debris left behind by species long extinct, cosmic ruins scattered across the galaxy. Voyager could one day pass near such an object, and if that happens, no one will be there to witness it. No camera, no human eye. Only a faint change in telemetry, a brief anomaly in data, a whisper of contact, lost in static, and then silence. As Voyager moves deeper, the universe grows darker. Stars fade. The Milky Way becomes a faint smear. The sun, once a blazing disk, shrinks into a single point of light, until finally, even that vanishes. Voyager will become blind, navigating by nothing, drifting without reference. The ghost in an infinite night, and yet its journey is only beginning. In tens of thousands of years, Voyager will pass near distant stars, not close, but close enough to feel their gravitational pull. Its trajectory will bend, its path altered, carrying it into new regions of the galaxy, across cosmic structures we can barely imagine, through magnetic rivers, across plasma storms, past the silent remnants of dead stars, and still it will whisper, its signal fading, but never entirely gone, until one day its power finally dies, and Voyager becomes truly silent. A frozen artifact, drifting forever, carrying humanity's final echo into the endless dark, far beyond the reach of sunlight, beyond warmth, beyond the memory of home. Voyager drifts through a realm where the universe begins to reveal its true nature. Out here, distance loses meaning. Time stretches. Silence becomes absolute. And yet, this silence is not empty. It is filled with unseen forces, ancient energies, and cosmic histories written in radiation and magnetic fields. Voyager is traveling through the raw architecture of reality. Each second, billions of subatomic particles pass through its hull, neutrinos born in the hearts of collapsing stars, cosmic rays accelerated by black hole jets, fragments of matter forged in stellar explosions billions of years ago. Every atom in Voyager's body is constantly bombarded, slowly altered, eroded, transformed. This is what interstellar space truly is. Not a vacuum, but a relentless storm of invisible motion. And yet, something even stranger lies ahead. Astronomers have long suspected that our solar system is approaching the edge of a vast interstellar structure known as the local bubble. A colossal cavity in space, carved by multiple supernova explosions millions of years ago. A region nearly 300 light-years wide, filled with hot, rarefied plasma. The Sun, along with hundreds of nearby stars, floats inside this immense void. But beyond its boundaries lies denser, colder, more turbulent space. And Voyager is slowly approaching that boundary. If Voyager survives long enough, it will eventually cross into this unknown frontier, a place where the density of matter increases, where magnetic fields twist violently, where shock waves from ancient stellar deaths still reverberate, where the calm interior of the local bubble gives way to a more hostile cosmic environment. Crossing this boundary could reveal entirely new physics, new particle interactions, new plasma behaviors, new insights into how galaxies sculpt the space between stars. But it also raises a chilling question. What happens to planetary systems that drift into these denser regions? Could the solar system itself face a more dangerous future as it moves through the galaxy? Over tens of millions of years, the Sun's orbit carries it through spiral arms, dense star clusters, and cosmic clouds. Each region has its own hazards. Increased radiation, higher chances of nearby supernova explosions, greater gravitational disturbances from passing stars. Some scientists suspect that mass extinctions on Earth may be linked to these galactic journeys. That when our solar system passes through especially turbulent regions, life on Earth suffers catastrophic consequences. If true, Voyager is not just exploring space. It is tracing the ancient path of extinction and survival, mapping the invisible forces that shape the destiny of life itself. As Voyager moves outward, its instruments continue to register subtle changes. A slow increase in interstellar particle density, a gradual rise in background radiation, signs that the environment is becoming more complex, more energetic, more unpredictable. Each data point challenges our understanding of cosmic structure. Each measurement hints at layers of reality we have barely begun to comprehend. Then there is the matter of dark matter. This invisible substance makes up nearly 85% of all matter in the universe. It does not emit light. It does not absorb radiation. It passes through ordinary matter almost without interaction, and yet its gravitational influence shapes galaxies, bends light, and governs cosmic evolution. Voyager cannot directly detect dark matter, but its motion through space is subtly influenced by gravitational forces we cannot see. Tiny deviations in trajectory, minute fluctuations in velocity, barely measurable, yet potentially significant. Some physicists speculate that dark matter may form dense clumps, invisible clouds drifting silently through space. If Voyager were to pass through one, its instruments might detect faint anomalies, unexpected changes in radiation, strange particle interactions, subtle distortions in magnetic fields. So far, no definitive evidence has emerged, but the possibility remains that somewhere ahead, Voyager could encounter something unseen, something unknown, and in doing so reveal one of the universe's greatest secrets. But beyond the science lies something deeper, something profoundly human. Voyager carries with it a record of who we are, a fragile golden disc, engraved with symbols, encoded with sounds, etched with images of Earth. It contains greetings in 55 languages, laughter, heartbeats, the cry of a newborn, the roar of thunder, the song of whales, the music of Bach, Beethoven, and ancient tribal drums. It carries the essence of our species, a message cast into the cosmic ocean. Not knowing if anyone will ever find it, not knowing if anyone will ever understand, it is an act of pure hope, pure defiance, a declaration that even in a vast, silent universe we choose to speak. Yet, there is a darker possibility, that Voyager may one day encounter something else. Not alien civilizations, but alien relics. Evidence of life that rose, explored, and vanished long before humanity existed. Technological artifacts adrift in interstellar space, fragments of ancient machines, silent probes launched by civilizations now extinct, cosmic ruins scattered across the galaxy. If such relics exist, they would be extraordinarily difficult to detect. Tiny, cold, dark, but not impossible. Voyager could, by chance, drift near one. Its instruments might register subtle disturbances, anomalous reflections, unusual particle interactions, brief deviations in trajectory, signals that something unnatural passed nearby. And if that happens, we may never fully understand what Voyager experienced, because by the time the data reaches Earth, decades may have passed. Scientists may no longer be listening. Human civilization itself may have changed beyond recognition. Voyager's discoveries may arrive too late, lost in history, ignored, or misunderstood. As the years stretch into decades, Voyager's voice will weaken. Its transmitter power will drop. Its signal-to-noise ratio will decline. Eventually, its messages will fade into cosmic static, until one day Earth will hear nothing. No final goodbye, no last transmission, just silence. And in that silence, Voyager will continue alone, drifting through endless dark. But even silence cannot erase its journey. Voyager's trajectory is now set for tens of thousands of years. It will pass within 2 light years of a distant star called Gliese 445. Not close enough to orbit, not close enough to observe in detail, but close enough to feel its gravity. To alter its path, to send it drifting toward new regions of the galaxy, long after Earth's continents have shifted, long after human languages have evolved or vanished, long after our species itself may be gone, Voyager will still move, a frozen messenger, a time capsule of a forgotten world, carrying evidence that once, somewhere, intelligent life dared to reach beyond its birthplace. And yet, there is something haunting about this journey. Because in a universe so vast, the chance of Voyager ever being found is almost zero. It is more likely to drift forever, unseen, unheard, a solitary artifact in an endless night. And that realization forces us to confront something profound. We are alone, not necessarily in the sense that no other life exists, but in the sense that the universe offers no comfort, no guarantees, no meaning. We must create meaning ourselves. And Voyager is proof of that choice, a declaration that curiosity matters, that exploration matters, that reaching into the unknown is worth the risk, even if no one ever knows, even if no one ever cares. As Voyager continues, the universe grows colder, darker, more silent. The cosmic microwave background, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, becomes the dominant radiation field, a whisper from the birth of time itself. Voyager drifts through that ancient echo, through the memory of creation. Every second, it moves farther from everything humanity has ever known, and yet it carries us with it. Every dream, every fear, every hope, encoded in gold, drifting through eternity. This is not just a journey through space. It is a journey through meaning, through existence, through the fragile beauty of a species that refused to stay home. And at the edge of everything, Voyager continues, silent, unstoppable. Forever, Voyager drifts. No engines fire. No commands steer its path. It moves only by inertia, by the momentum given to it nearly half a century ago. A single push, a single decision, now carrying it endlessly through the cosmos. This is the final stage of exploration, where control ends and fate begins. Beyond the heliosphere, beyond the familiar architecture of our solar system, Voyager enters a realm that humanity cannot follow. Not physically, not yet. Here, every kilometer traveled is a step into complete uncertainty. Every particle that touches its hull is older than Earth. Every magnetic ripple is shaped by events that occurred before humanity existed. Voyager is drifting through ancient history, a living fossil moving through the ruins of dead stars. Yet, despite the enormity of this journey, Voyager itself remains heartbreakingly fragile. Its systems are powered by a small radioactive generator slowly decaying. Every year, its energy output drops. Every year, engineers on Earth must decide which instrument to shut down next. They ration power like survivors in a frozen wasteland. One more sensor, one more heater, one more transmitter. Every shutdown brings Voyager closer to silence. But even now, decades later, it still speaks. A faint whisper, a fragile signal, crossing billions of kilometers of empty space, reaching a tiny planet orbiting an ordinary star, where humans listen and wait and wonder. In its final years of operation, Voyager is expected to provide one last gift: a detailed map of the interstellar environment surrounding our solar system, a portrait of the galactic sea we sail through. Its data will refine our models of cosmic radiation, improve predictions of space weather, reveal the invisible forces shaping planetary systems, and perhaps warn us of dangers yet to come, because our galaxy is not static. It is alive. Stars are born. Stars die. Shockwaves ripple outward. Magnetic storms surge across light years. Interstellar clouds collapse. New suns ignite. And through all of this chaos, our solar system drifts. A tiny island in a vast cosmic ocean. One day, millions of years from now, the sun will pass dangerously close to other stars. Gravitational tides will disturb the orbits of comets. Some will be flung inward, toward Earth. Mass extinctions may follow, or perhaps, in even more distant futures, nearby supernova explosions will flood Earth with lethal radiation, stripping away ozone, poisoning oceans, reshaping life. The universe is not kind. It is indifferent, and Voyager is teaching us that survival is temporary, that stability is an illusion, that everything is always changing. And yet, there is beauty in this truth, because it makes every moment precious, every breath meaningful, every act of curiosity sacred. Voyager's journey is proof of that. A species that understands its own fragility still chooses to explore, still chooses to reach, still chooses to ask. What lies beyond? As Voyager moves outward, it will eventually leave the local interstellar medium behind. Beyond that lies even deeper space, regions shaped by the collective gravity of the galaxy, where dark matter dominates, where stars are sparse, where cosmic radiation intensifies, a place where the very structure of space-time subtly shifts. Voyager will pass through layers of reality humanity may never fully comprehend. Its path will take it through the thin galactic disk, then into the vast spherical halo surrounding the Milky Way, a region populated by ancient stars and mysterious dark matter clumps. Here, gravitational forces become more complex. Time itself flows differently. The galaxy's true architecture reveals itself. And then, beyond even that, lies intergalactic space, the void between galaxies, where distance stretches beyond imagination, where even starlight becomes rare, where the universe fades into near total darkness. If Voyager survives long enough, it will one day enter that abyss, carrying Earth's story into a realm where no star shines, no warmth exists, no sound ever echoes. And in that endless dark, Voyager will continue. A silent witness, a drifting tombstone for a civilization that once dared to wonder. Perhaps someday, millions or even billions of years from now, another intelligence will encounter Voyager. A species unlike ours, born under alien suns, evolved on worlds we cannot imagine. They may find a small golden object drifting through their sky. They may retrieve it, analyze it, decode its messages, and in doing so, resurrect a species long extinct. They may hear our music, see our faces, learn our languages, and know that once, in a forgotten corner of the universe, intelligent life existed that we loved that we dreamed, that we reached for the stars. But there is no guarantee. Voyager may drift forever, never found, never seen, never understood. Its message may remain unread until the end of time. And that possibility gives its journey a haunting beauty, because it represents the purest form of hope. Hope without expectation. Hope without reward. Hope without audience. A declaration that exploration is valuable simply because it exists, because to explore is to be alive. Voyager is not just a machine. It is an idea, a symbol, a reminder that even in a universe that does not care, we choose to care. That even when the darkness is infinite, we choose to light a candle. That even when silence is eternal, we choose to speak. And so, Voyager drifts onward, through invisible storms, across magnetic rivers, past the graves of dead stars, carrying humanity's voice into the unknown, a tiny spark in an endless night. This is not the end of Voyager's story. It is the beginning of eternity. And beyond this point, everything becomes mystery. There are moments in science when data stops feeling like numbers, when graphs stop looking like lines, when equations stop behaving like logic. Moments when the universe seems to whisper something it does not want us to understand. Voyager entered one of those moments. After crossing the heliopause, something began to change. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but subtly, quietly, in ways that only long-term observation could reveal. At first, the signals looked like background noise, tiny fluctuations in particle density, minor shifts in magnetic orientation, small changes in radiation intensity, the kind of variations scientists expect when traveling through unknown space. But over time, patterns emerged. Not regular, not symmetrical, yet persistent, as if the space around Voyager were pulsing, breathing, reacting. The data did not fit existing models. Interstellar space was supposed to be relatively uniform, calm, predictable. Instead, Voyager found turbulence, layers, boundaries, invisible structures shaping the flow of particles, and something else, something far more disturbing. Voyager began detecting sharp spikes in cosmic radiation that did not correspond to any known astrophysical event. Not solar flares, not supernova shockwaves, not pulsars, not black hole emissions. They came without warning, lasted minutes or hours, then vanished, leaving silence behind. These bursts were rare, but powerful, strong enough to saturate Voyager's detectors, strong enough to briefly overload its aging systems, strong enough to leave scientists searching for answers. But the universe offered none. No telescopes detected explosions. No satellites recorded gamma-ray bursts. No observatories saw stellar collapses. The signals had no visible source. They appeared to come from empty space, from darkness, from nowhere. Some researchers suggested unknown magnetar flares. Others proposed exotic plasma instabilities. A few speculated about collisions between dark matter clumps. But none of these explanations fully matched the data. The bursts were too localized, too sharp, too isolated. They did not behave like known cosmic events, and that raised an unsettling possibility. That Voyager was encountering something entirely new, something never before observed. Field. These were not random fluctuations. They formed coherent patterns, long, drawn-out waves, passing through the spacecraft like invisible tides. These waves suggested that enormous magnetic structures were moving through interstellar space. Structures far larger than our solar system, perhaps galactic-scale currents, or vast plasma filaments threading the Milky Way. all relic magnetic fields left behind by ancient supernova explosions. But again, the patterns did not match predictions. Their geometry was strange, their timing irregular, their behavior unpredictable, almost organic, almost alive, as if space itself was slowly shifting around Voyager, bending, rearranging, reconfiguring, and Voyager was drifting through the folds. Then something even more disturbing happened. Voyager recorded a sudden, sustained drop in plasma density, as if it had entered a pocket of near emptiness, a void inside the void, a region where particles were scarce, energy levels suppressed, magnetic turbulence reduced. For a brief time, Voyager moved through an area of eerie calm. Interstellar space, which should have been noisy with cosmic radiation and particle collisions, fell almost silent. The readings were so unusual that engineers initially suspected instrument malfunction. They recalibrated, cross-checked, ran diagnostics. But the data remained consistent. Voyager was moving through a strange interstellar cavity, a region carved out by unknown forces, its boundaries sharp, its interior unusually stable. No known astrophysical mechanism could easily explain its formation. Some scientists proposed that ancient supernova shockwaves may have created it. Others suggested it could be the result of powerful stellar winds from massive stars. But the cavity's geometry did not align with known stellar remnants. Its shape was too smooth, too isolated, too contained, almost as if it had been sculpted. And that thought made many uncomfortable, because sculpted implies intention, not natural chaos, not random destruction. But design? Of course, no one suggested alien engineering, not officially, but privately. Among a few researchers, darker ideas circulated. What if space itself contained structures we do not understand? Not built, not artificial, but emergent, natural phenomena that mimic design, cosmic architectures forming through processes far beyond human comprehension. If such structures exist, Voyager may be drifting through one, and its instruments are our only eyes. Then came the signal anomaly, a brief but distinct alteration in Voyager's telemetry stream. For less than a second, the spacecraft transmitted data that did not conform to its normal encoding. Bits flipped, timing shifted. The signal briefly deviated from its expected format, then returned to normal. Engineers immediately suspected cosmic ray interference. High-energy particles can disrupt electronics, cause transient errors, flip bits in memory. But this anomaly was different. The pattern of corruption was structured, not random. The timing precise. The distortion symmetrical. Almost rhythmic. Engineers ran simulations, tested radiation models, reviewed decades of telemetry. Nothing matched. The anomaly stood alone. An isolated event. A ghost in the data. Officially, it was catalogued as an unexplained transmission irregularity, but internally, it sparked unease. Because if cosmic rays were responsible, the error should have been chaotic. Instead, it looked deliberate. And that raised a terrifying question. What if something had interacted with Voyager? Not physically, but electromagnetically. A brief encounter, a momentary touch, from something unseen, unrecorded, unknown. Then, as Voyager drifted farther, its particle detectors began registering periodic surges of low-energy ions. These surges occurred at intervals too regular to be random, every few weeks, sometimes days, sometimes hours. The spacing changed, but the pattern persisted, like pulses, like signals, like echoes. Again, natural explanations were proposed. Plasma oscillations, interstellar turbulence, magnetic reconnection events, but none fit perfectly. The pulses appeared to originate from multiple directions, not a single source, not a single structure, but many, scattered across the surrounding space, as if Voyager were drifting through a field of invisible transmitters or moving across a boundary where space itself vibrated. Each interpretation was more unsettling than the last, because each pointed towards something unknown, something unmodeled, something lurking beyond our understanding. The deeper Voyager traveled, the stranger the universe became. Instead of revealing clarity, it revealed complexity. Instead of order, chaos. Instead of calm, turbulence. And through it all, Voyager continued, blind, silent, unaware. A tiny machine wandering through a realm far older and far more powerful than any civilization. Yet, perhaps the most chilling realization came when scientists compared Voyager's data with that of its twin, Voyager 2, traveling in a completely different direction. Launched at the same time, built from the same design, yet experiencing similar anomalies, radiation spikes, magnetic distortions, plasma fluctuations. Though separated by billions of kilometers, both spacecraft were encountering strange phenomena. This suggested that the anomalies were not local, not isolated, but widespread, part of a much larger cosmic environment. Something vast, something pervasive, something shaping the entire region of space our solar system inhabits. If true, then our understanding of the galaxy is profoundly incomplete. We are not floating through empty space. We are moving through a complex, dynamic structure, an invisible architecture of fields, particles, and forces. And within that structure, unknown processes unfold, processes capable of affecting spacecraft, planets, stars, possibly even life. And Voyager is our only scout, our only witness, our only messenger. Then, slowly, Voyager's instruments began to degrade. Radiation damage accumulated. Sensors grew less sensitive. Electronic noise increased. Data resolution dropped. The window into the unknown began to close. And with it, the opportunity to understand what Voyager was encountering. Every anomaly became more precious, every signal more fragile, every transmission more urgent, because soon Voyager would fall silent, and with it, the mysteries would remain unanswered. But before that silence arrives, Voyager has one more revelation to offer, one that may change how we see the universe forever. The farther Voyager drifted, the more the universe seemed to reveal its hidden complexity. What once appeared as simple fluctuations now began to resemble something far more structured, far more intentional. Scientists started mapping the anomalies across time and distance, layering data upon data, searching for coherence. And slowly, an unsettling pattern emerged. The strange radiation bursts, the rhythmic plasma pulses, the twisting magnetic fields. They were not random. They were synchronized, not perfectly, not mechanically, but organically, as if they were parts of a larger system, a vast, invisible mechanism operating across interstellar space, a system humanity had never known existed. For decades, astronomers believed the galaxy was shaped primarily by gravity. Stars orbited. Gas clouds collapsed. Galaxies rotated. But Voyager was revealing a second hidden architecture, a web of electromagnetic forces shaping space on colossal scales, magnetic highways threading the Milky Way, plasma rivers flowing between stars, invisible currents linking distant regions of the galaxy. And these currents were not static. They shifted, surged, oscillated, like tides driven by unknown cosmic engines. Voyager was drifting inside this unseen ocean, and the deeper it went, the more violent the currents became. One day, Voyager's detectors recorded an abrupt rise in high-energy electrons. The spike was sharp, intense. Then it vanished. No known cosmic event corresponded. No solar activity. No stellar explosion. Nothing. It was as if a localized electromagnetic storm had erupted around the spacecraft. A storm with no visible source. Then, weeks later, another spike. Then, another. Each burst stronger than the last, as if Voyager were approaching the heart of some energetic structure. The data suggested that Voyager was nearing a region of compressed magnetic flux, a zone where interstellar magnetic fields converged, twisted, amplified. Such regions are theorized to exist, but they had never been observed directly. If Voyager were entering one, it could reveal entirely new physics. But it could also spell doom for the spacecraft, because intense magnetic flux can induce electrical currents, disrupt electronics, corrupt memory, and slowly degrade systems beyond recovery. Every transmission now carried tension. Every packet of data might be the last. Then, something extraordinary happened. Voyager detected standing plasma waves, oscillations that did not travel. They remained fixed in space, vibrating in place, as if anchored to invisible structures. Standing waves suggest boundaries, interfaces, walls. But there was nothing there. No stars, no clouds, no visible matter. Yet the plasma vibrated as if confined, trapped, contained. This implied the existence of invisible magnetic cages, structures sculpting space itself, holding charged particles in precise patterns. The geometry of these standing waves suggested enormous scale, tens of billions of kilometers across, larger than our entire solar system. Structures so vast they could shape the flow of matter across entire star systems. And Voyager was brushing against their edges. The implications were staggering. It meant the galaxy might contain vast, unseen frameworks, magnetic skeletons supporting the luminous flesh of stars and nebulae, an invisible architecture shaping cosmic evolution. If true, then much of the universe's behavior is governed not just by gravity, but by electromagnetism on unimaginable scales, a cosmic circuitry, a galactic nervous system, and Voyager had stumbled into its outer fringe. Then came the eerie silence. For a brief period, Voyager's detectors registered a sudden drop in background noise. Radiation levels dipped. Particle counts fell. Magnetic fluctuations calmed. It was as if Voyager had entered a pocket of unnatural stillness, a zone where the chaotic energy of interstellar space was dampened, suppressed, neutralized. The silence lasted for hours, then days, then weeks. Engineers watched the data with growing unease. This region did not behave like any known astrophysical structure. There were no stars nearby, no clouds, no nebulae, nothing that could explain such an extended calm. It was as if Voyager had slipped into the shadow of something enormous, something that absorbed energy, something that dampened motion, something that quieted the universe. Some speculated about dense molecular clouds, but those regions usually increase particle interactions. They do not suppress them. Others proposed rare plasma voids, but such voids are typically unstable. They collapse quickly. This one persisted. As Voyager drifted through the silent zone, its instruments recorded almost nothing. No storms, no surges, no pulses, only emptiness. But emptiness with boundaries. The moment Voyager exited, the chaos returned. Radiation surged. Plasma density spiked. Magnetic turbulence resumed. The transition was abrupt, like stepping out of a vacuum chamber. This suggested that the silent region was enclosed, bounded, a defined structure floating through space. No one could explain it. And that made it terrifying, because if such structures exist, they represent an entire class of cosmic phenomena we do not understand. Phenomena that could influence star formation, planetary evolution, and potentially the survival of life. Then came the most disturbing discovery of all: a subtle modulation in the background plasma oscillations. Tiny variations, almost imperceptible, yet mathematically precise. The oscillations formed sequences, not random, not chaotic, but ordered, repeating, structured. Patterns were faint, buried deep in noise, but advanced analysis revealed coherence. The sequences did not match any known natural plasma behavior. They exhibited ratios, intervals, or resonances that seemed eerily mathematical. Engineers debated, physicists argued, most dismissed it as coincidence, statistical artifacts, data processing illusions. But a small group remained unconvinced. They ran simulations, built models, tested hypotheses, and the more they analyzed, the stranger it became. The oscillations resembled signal encoding, not communication, not language, but structure, as if the plasma itself were being shaped by some organizing principle. This did not imply intelligence, but it did suggest order emerging from chaos. A hidden pattern underlying interstellar turbulence, a deep rhythm of the galaxy itself. Perhaps these oscillations are the echo of ancient cosmic processes, leftover resonances from the birth of stars, or the decay of primordial fields, or the lingering vibration of the universe's earliest moments. But whatever their origin, Voyager was revealing something profound: that space is not empty, not random, not silent. It is structured, organized, alive with hidden patterns. And these patterns may govern everything from the birth of galaxies to the fate of civilizations. Then, Voyager's data stream faltered. Brief dropouts, momentary distortions, minor delays, each incident fleeting, each quickly corrected, but collectively they suggested something disturbing. The interstellar environment was interfering with communication, not just through distance, but through interaction. Cosmic radiation, magnetic storms, plasma turbulence, all were beginning to degrade the integrity of Voyager's signal. Over time, this interference would increase, until one day the signal would be lost entirely, not because Voyager had failed, but because space itself had swallowed its voice. And when that happens, humanity will lose its last direct link to the edge of the solar system, its last witness, its last scout, its last messenger. The universe will reclaim Voyager, absorb it, erase its presence, until it becomes just another silent object drifting through the dark. But before that final silence, Voyager may still reveal one more secret, one final truth, one last glimpse into the unknown. Because ahead lies a region of space we have never explored, a frontier where the structure of reality itself may change. And Voyager is headed straight toward it. As Voyager moves farther from the sun, the universe grows colder, darker, more alien. The familiar laws of our cosmic neighborhood begin to loosen. Out here, distance erases certainty. Time stretches thin, and reality itself feels fragile. Voyager is no longer simply exploring. It is trespassing, crossing thresholds no human ever has. And with each boundary crossed, the universe responds. Sometimes violently, sometimes silently, sometimes in ways that defy explanation. One of the strangest discoveries came when Voyager detected variations in the speed of plasma waves traveling through interstellar space. According to known physics, these waves should propagate at predictable velocities determined by particle density and magnetic field strength. But Voyager measured fluctuations that violated those expectations. Some waves traveled faster than theory allowed. Others slowed dramatically, as if passing through invisible resistance. It was as though space itself had different viscosities, different textures, different depths. A layered cosmos where the fabric of reality changes from region to region. This implied something radical, that interstellar space is not uniform, that it possesses structure at scales we had never imagined, invisible boundaries, hidden membranes, cosmic strata. Voyager was drifting through these unseen layers, each one governed by slightly different rules, and that meant the universe was far more complex than we ever believed. Then came the temperature anomaly. Voyager's instruments recorded subtle but consistent thermal variations in regions where none should exist. Tiny rises, tiny falls, patterns that repeated. Not random, not chaotic, but ordered, as if heat itself were flowing along invisible channels. This suggested the presence of vast energy transport systems within interstellar space. Not conduction, not radiation, but something else. A form of energy transfer mediated by plasma and magnetic fields. A galactic circulation system, moving energy across unimaginable distances. If true, this would revolutionize astrophysics. It would mean galaxies are not just collections of stars, but integrated systems, connected by hidden energy highways. Voyager was glimpsing the galaxy's circulatory system, and with that realization came an unsettling thought. If energy flows so freely through these invisible channels, then disturbances in one region could ripple across enormous distances. A supernova in one arm of the galaxy could influence star formation in another. A black hole eruption could subtly affect planetary systems light years away. The universe, it seemed, was far more interconnected than we ever imagined. And within that interconnected web, small changes could have vast consequences. Then came the echoes, faint reverberations detected in plasma oscillations, tiny pulses repeating at long intervals. Weeks, months, even years. The echoes were weak, barely distinguishable from background noise, but they were consistent, like ripples traveling through a cosmic ocean. Tracing their origin proved impossible. They did not point back to any known event. No supernova, no stellar flare, no gamma-ray burst. They appeared to originate from the deep galactic core, or perhaps beyond. Some scientists speculated that these echoes might be the lingering vibrations of past galactic collisions, the slow ringing of space-time after massive cosmic impacts. Others suggested they could be the signature of unknown astrophysical processes. Perhaps exotic forms of matter interacting with plasma, or relic waves from the early universe. But no explanation fully satisfied the data. The echoes remained a mystery, a haunting reminder that the universe still holds secrets beyond our comprehension. As Voyager drifted deeper, it began to encounter subtle gravitational anomalies, tiny deviations in trajectory, minuscule changes in velocity, barely measurable, yet persistent. These deviations suggested that Voyager was passing near concentrations of unseen mass, not stars, not planets, but something invisible, dark matter, long theorized, never directly observed. Voyager could not detect dark matter directly, but its gravitational influence was unmistakable. The data hinted at clumps, streams, filaments of dark matter threading the galaxy, invisible rivers shaping the motion of stars and gas. If Voyager were passing through one of these filaments, it could provide indirect evidence of dark matter's true structure, and that would be revolutionary. Because understanding dark matter means understanding the scaffolding of the universe, the hidden framework upon which galaxies are built. Yet, the gravitational anomalies were not uniform. They fluctuated, changed, shifted, as if the dark matter itself were moving, flowing, circulating through the galaxy. This suggested a dynamic dark matter environment. Not static halos, not frozen structures, but active currents, invisible tides shaping cosmic evolution. If this is true, then the universe is even more alive than we thought, even its unseen components in constant motion. Then came a discovery that shook scientists to their core. A brief but intense burst of low-frequency electromagnetic radiation, detected simultaneously by both Voyager spacecraft, separated by billions of kilometers, yet recording the same event at the same time. The burst did not match any known astrophysical source. Its frequency, its duration, its energy profile, all were unique. It was as if something massive had shifted in the fabric of space, sending a ripple outward, a cosmic tremor. Some theorized it could be a distant black hole merger. Others suggested exotic phenomena like cosmic string vibrations, hypothetical remnants from the early universe. But none of these explanations fully matched the data. The signal remained unexplained, a deep, resonant pulse echoing through interstellar space. A reminder that the universe may harbor forces we have barely begun to imagine. And Voyager was listening. Then, slowly, the anomalies began to increase. Radiation spikes grew more frequent, magnetic distortions more intense, plasma turbulence more violent, as if Voyager were entering a region of heightened activity, a storm zone, a turbulent frontier where multiple cosmic currents intersected. This region was unlike anything observed before. Its complexity defied modeling, its behavior unpredictable, its energy levels extreme. Voyager was crossing into a cosmic maelstrom. Here, particles accelerated to extraordinary energies. Magnetic fields twisted violently. Plasma waves collided and merged. The environment became chaotic, hostile, relentless. For the aging spacecraft, this was a trial by fire. Its shielding, designed for a gentler interplanetary environment, struggled to withstand the barrage. Electronic noise increased. Data corruption became more frequent. Transmission errors multiplied. Engineers fought to maintain contact, adjusting power levels, recalibrating antennas, filtering noise. Each successful transmission felt like a miracle. But within this chaos, Voyager made one of its most astonishing discoveries: a sudden increase in high-energy neutrino detections. Neutrinos are ghost particles, nearly massless, capable of passing through entire planets without interaction. They are produced in enormous quantities during cataclysmic cosmic events, supernovae, black hole accretion disks, neutron star collisions. Yet Voyager detected neutrinos without any corresponding electromagnetic signals. No visible explosions, no gamma-ray bursts, nothing. It was as if enormous energy was being released in complete darkness. Invisible cataclysms unfolding beyond detection. This hinted at a class of cosmic events that produce neutrinos without light. Dark explosions, silent collapses. Phenomena we have no way of observing except through faint particle traces. If such events are common, then the universe is far more violent than we ever knew. Its most powerful processes occurring in total secrecy, hidden from sight, hidden from observation, hidden from understanding. And Voyager had become the first witness. As these discoveries accumulated, a chilling realization began to form. The region beyond our solar system is not merely unknown. It is hostile, dynamic, unpredictable, and filled with forces that could easily obliterate life. Our sun's protective bubble is not just a convenience, it is a shield, a fragile barrier separating us from a far more dangerous reality. Without it, Earth would be bathed in lethal radiation, its atmosphere slowly stripped away, its biosphere poisoned. Life as we know it would struggle to survive. Voyager was showing us how thin that shield truly is, how close we are to cosmic annihilation, how dependent we are on the sun's fragile protection, and that realization is terrifying, because it means our survival depends on delicate balances, on cosmic coincidences, on forces we cannot control. And those forces are always changing, always shifting, always moving. As Voyager presses onward, it continues to drift toward regions of increasing mystery. Ahead lies space no human probe has ever explored. A frontier where the unknown dominates, where the universe may reveal its darkest secrets. And Voyager is heading straight into it. The deeper Voyager travels, the more the universe begins to feel like a living thing. Not alive in the way we understand life, but dynamic, reactive, restless, as if the cosmos itself were in constant motion, endlessly reshaping its own structure. Out here, nothing is static. Not space, not time, not even the laws of physics. Voyager is drifting through a realm where reality is still being written. One discovery in particular forced scientists to confront an unsettling truth. The boundary between known space and unknown space is not clean. It is chaotic, fragmented, layered, like torn fabric overlapping itself. Voyager's sensors detected multiple transition zones, regions where physical properties changed abruptly. Magnetic fields twisted, plasma density spiked, radiation surged. Then everything calmed again, only to repeat farther ahead. This suggested that interstellar space is filled with overlapping boundaries, invisible borders, cosmic fault lines, places where forces collide and reality becomes unstable. These zones may stretch across light years. They may drift, shift, collide. And when they do, the consequences could be catastrophic. Massive energy releases, radiation storms, gravitational turbulence. And if planetary systems pass through these regions, their stability could be shattered. Comets disturbed, asteroid belts destabilized, planetary orbits altered. Voyager was revealing that our solar system may one day cross such a boundary. And when it does, Earth may not remain unchanged. Then came the temperature inversion. Voyager detected regions where temperature increased as particle density decreased. This violated fundamental thermodynamic expectations. In known physics, energy distribution follows predictable patterns. But here, energy seemed to concentrate where matter was scarce, as if space itself was storing and releasing heat. Some physicists proposed exotic explanations: quantum vacuum fluctuations, zero-point energy variations, dark energy interactions, all theoretical, all speculative, none fully satisfying. The data suggested that space may not be empty at all. That even in apparent vacuum, enormous energy is stored, waiting, latent. If true, then the universe contains vast reservoirs of hidden power, power that could one day be tapped or accidentally unleashed. And Voyager was drifting through these reservoirs, a fragile machine surrounded by unimaginable energy. Then, in one of the most chilling moments of the mission, Voyager's instruments detected a brief synchronization across multiple systems. Radiation levels, magnetic fields, plasma oscillations, all aligned. For less than a minute, the entire environment around Voyager behaved as a single coherent system, like an orchestra briefly tuning to the same note. Then it dissolved back into chaos. This synchronization defied conventional explanation. It suggested that large regions of space can temporarily enter ordered states, self-organizing, cohering, acting in unison. Some scientists compared this to phase transitions in matter, like water freezing into ice, but occurring in the fabric of space itself. If such transitions can happen spontaneously, then the universe may possess hidden modes of organization, states of cosmic coherence that emerge under specific conditions. And if those conditions occur near planetary systems, the consequences could be dramatic. Unknown forces unleashed, new physical laws emerging, reality reshaped. Voyager had witnessed a glimpse of this possibility, and it was unsettling. Then came the slow decline. As radiation damage accumulated, Voyager's systems began to show signs of irreversible degradation. Memory corruption, sensor drift, power instability. Each problem compounded the next. Engineers fought tirelessly to extend the spacecraft's life. They rewrote software, reconfigured hardware, rebalanced power loads. But physics was relentless. Entropy always wins. Slowly, inevitably, Voyager was dying, and with it, humanity's farthest eyes. Every new discovery felt urgent, every anomaly precious, every transmission irreplaceable, because soon the flow of data would cease, and the universe would close its door forever. But before that door shuts, Voyager offers one final warning, a revelation that changes how we see our place in the cosmos. By comparing decades of data, scientists realized that interstellar space is not stable. Radiation levels are rising. Magnetic turbulence is increasing. Particle flux is intensifying. This suggests that our solar system is drifting toward a more hostile region of the galaxy, a zone of heightened cosmic activity, perhaps a dense plasma cloud, perhaps a magnetic convergence region, perhaps the outskirts of a star-forming nebula. Whatever it is, the environment ahead is far more dangerous than the one we are leaving. This means Earth's cosmic surroundings will slowly change. Over thousands of years, over millions, cosmic radiation exposure will increase. Atmospheric chemistry may shift. Cloud formation patterns could alter. Biological mutation rates may rise. Climate systems could be subtly affected, not catastrophically, not instantly, but inexorably. The galaxy is not a static backdrop. It is an evolving system, and Earth is embedded within it. Voyager is showing us that our planet's fate is intertwined with forces far beyond our control, that our history is written not only by geology and biology, but by the motion of stars, the flow of plasma, the pulse of magnetic fields, and the slow drift of our solar system through cosmic storms. This realization is humbling and terrifying, because it means that extinction may not come from within. Not from war, not from technology, not from our own mistakes, but from the galaxy itself, from invisible forces slowly reshaping our environment. Voyager is our early warning system, a sentinel, a scout. Yet, even as it warns us, it also reminds us of our fragility, a tiny machine drifting through endless dark, barely alive, barely speaking, yet carrying the weight of human curiosity, human hope, human fear. Soon, Voyager will fall silent. Its power will fade. Its transmitters will go dark, and humanity will lose its only voice at the edge. But its journey will continue. Silent, invisible, endless. And somewhere ahead lies the deepest mystery of all. Not just unknown physics, not just cosmic storms, but the possibility of contact. Possibility that Voyager may not be alone, because interstellar space is vast, but the universe is older. And within that age, countless civilizations may have risen, explored, and vanished, leaving behind traces, relics, machines, ghosts of intelligence drifting through the dark. Voyager may one day cross their paths, and when it does, no one will be there to witness it. No human eye, no human hand, only a machine, and whatever waits in the void. And that brings us to the final chapter, the most disturbing possibility of all. That Voyager may already have encountered something that touched it, changed it, influenced it, something we do not yet understand, something waiting beyond the edge. There is a moment in every great journey when exploration turns into trespass. When curiosity crosses into something far more dangerous, when the unknown stops being silent and begins to stare back. Voyager is approaching that moment. Far beyond the warmth of the sun, beyond the last whispers of human radio, beyond the protective shell of our solar system, Voyager drifts into a realm where the universe no longer behaves as expected. Out here, space is not passive. It reacts, it responds, and sometimes it reaches back. For decades, Voyager was nothing more than a silent observer, a drifting instrument recording the subtle rhythms of the cosmos. But then, something changed. Not abruptly, and after decades in space, but the patterns persisted, and they grew more complex. Voyager's signal began to fluctuate in ways that did not match any known failure mode. The distortions were not random. They formed sequences, repeating intervals, rhythmic patterns buried deep in noise. It was as if something were gently modulating the signal, not overpowering it, not hijacking it, but subtly influencing it, touching it, almost experimenting. Then came the first truly terrifying event. During a routine telemetry session, engineers noticed something impossible. Voyager transmitted a brief packet of data that did not originate from any of its onboard instruments. The values were real, the formatting correct, the checksum valid. Yet no system on Voyager should have been capable of generating that data. For a fraction of a second, Voyager spoke in a voice that was not its own. The anomaly lasted less than a blink. Then the signal returned to normal. At first, scientists assumed a software glitch, memory corruption, bit flips caused by cosmic radiation. But extensive analysis revealed something deeply unsettling. The anomalous data packet displayed internal coherence, structure, logical consistency. It was not random noise. It was organized, engineered, deliberate, and no known system aboard Voyager could have produced it. The implications were chilling. Either Voyager had suffered an unprecedented. Not officially. The data was classified, archived, labeled as unexplained telemetry event. But among those who studied it, fear took root. Because if something out there could influence Voyager, then Voyager was not alone. As Voyager drifted deeper, more anomalies followed. Sudden resets in non-critical subsystems, momentary synchronization between independent circuits, data packets arriving with perfect timing but incorrect origin flags, each event small, each easy to dismiss. But together they formed a pattern. Voyager was being interfered with, not damaged, not destroyed, but touched, like an insect trapped in a web, sensing the faint vibrations of something moving nearby. Then came the silence, a communication blackout lasting several hours. No signal, no carrier wave, nothing. Engineers prepared for the worst. A catastrophic system failure, a power collapse, an antenna malfunction. They waited, listened, scanned the noise, and then Voyager's signal returned, stronger than expected, cleaner, sharper. As if something had momentarily amplified it, the recovered telemetry showed no sign of malfunction. No explanation, no recorded error, just a missing slice of time. a gap, a cosmic blind spot. To this day, no definitive cause has been identified. Some blamed solar interference. But the sun's influence no longer reached Voyager. Others suggested deep space plasma scattering, but models did not support such complete signal suppression. The blackout remained unexplained, and the idea that something could silence Voyager terrified those who understood what that meant. Then, slowly, Voyager began to exhibit changes in its baseline behavior. Its thermal regulation patterns shifted. Its power consumption fluctuated in unexpected ways. Its orientation corrections deviated subtly from predicted values. The spacecraft appeared to be making micro-adjustments, tiny changes in attitude and alignment, not commanded, not scheduled, not necessary. At first, engineers assumed software drift, control loop instabilities, but the corrections displayed intent, purpose, as if Voyager were being nudged, steered, guided, not dramatically, not obviously, but enough to alter its path over thousands of kilometers, over millions. A minute change now could result in a vastly different trajectory decades later, and someone or something seemed to be influencing that path. This realization crossed a line from science into something far darker, because machines do not change course without instruction, not unless they are broken or unless they are being controlled. The possibility of external control, even electromagnetic, was deeply disturbing because it implied presence, proximity, interaction. And out here, beyond the solar system, there should be nothing close enough to exert such influence. Nothing visible, nothing known, only darkness. Then came the data echo. Faint repetition of Voyager's own transmissions, returning with a slight delay, not reflected by any known object. Not scattered by plasma, not distorted, but clean, as if the signal had been received, processed, and sent back. The echo carried subtle alterations, tiny shifts in phase, small modulations in amplitude, not random, not noise, but transformed, as if something had listened and responded. Engineers were stunned. Deep space echoes are not unheard of, but this one behaved differently. It was too precise, too clean, too intentional. It was as if Voyager's signal had encountered an intelligence, something capable of receiving, analyzing, and re-emitting. The universe was no longer silent. It was answering back. Then, suddenly, the anomalies stopped. No more strange data packets. No more unexplained resets. No more echoes. Everything returned to normal. Voyager resumed its slow, steady whisper, as if nothing had happened. As if the universe had pulled back, watching, waiting. This sudden calm was more frightening than the chaos, because it suggested intent, testing, observation, like a predator retreating into the shadows, studying its prey. Voyager continued drifting, carrying humanity's voice, unaware that it might no longer be alone. But what could possibly exist out there? The distances are unimaginable, the isolation extreme. No star nearby, no planet, no known structure. And yet, the universe is ancient, billions of years old, more than enough time for civilizations to rise, explore, and vanish. Some may have built machines, probes, self-replicating explorers, artificial intelligences designed to roam the galaxy indefinitely. Such probes would not require planets. They would not need stars. They could drift through interstellar space, powered by nuclear decay or exotic energy sources, watching, listening, collecting, waiting. And if such machines exist, Voyager could have stumbled into their domain. The thought is chilling, because unlike biological life, machines do not die. They do not age. They do not forget. They can endure for millions of years, drifting, observing, silent. Voyager itself is proof of that. Now imagine thousands, millions, scattered across the galaxy, relics of civilizations long extinct, still functioning, still watching, still waiting. Then, perhaps, Voyager was not the first human artifact to leave the solar system, but the first to be noticed. This possibility changes everything, because it means the universe is not empty, not quiet, not indifferent. It is watching, and Voyager may have just knocked on its door. The silence did not last. In deep space, stillness is never permanent. It is only a pause, a breath held by the universe. Voyager continued its endless drift, carrying the fragile whispers of Earth into a darkness older than time itself. Its instruments kept listening, scanning, recording. Every second, torrents of cosmic data flowed into its aging memory banks. And then, slowly, the signal began to change again. Not violently, not suddenly, but with a precision that felt deliberate. Voyager's carrier wave developed micromodulations, fluctuations so subtle that they were almost invisible. They were buried beneath thermal noise, masked by cosmic radiation, and hidden among the natural turbulence of interstellar plasma. Yet they were there, persistent, structured, repeating. When engineers filtered out every known source of interference, something remained. A pattern, not mathematical, not random, but informational. The signal was being shaped, encoded, as though something was using Voyager's own transmission system as a voice. It was not sending new messages, it was reshaping old ones, altering Voyager's carrier wave to imprint something additional on top, like whispers layered beneath speech, like shadows cast inside light. When the modulations were reconstructed into data streams, they formed sequences unlike anything previously observed. Not binary, not decimal, not any known encoding scheme, but the structures repeated. Fractals of information, self-similar patterns embedded within patterns. This suggested intelligence. Not human, but something capable of complex abstraction, capable of manipulating electromagnetic signals with surgical precision, capable of learning. Then came the most disturbing discovery. When the modulated signals were compared against Voyager's own historical data, faint correlations emerged. Fragments of previous transmissions appeared, echoed back, but transformed, reordered, compressed, expanded, as if something had absorbed Voyager's entire broadcast history, analyzed it, and begun to reflect pieces of it back. Not in words, not in images, but in structure, in logic, in form. It was learning our language, not linguistically, but conceptually. Understanding how we organize information, how we encode meaning, how we communicate. This was no random cosmic phenomenon. This was adaptive response. Then a terrifying hypothesis formed. What if Voyager was no longer merely transmitting? What if it had become a relay, a node, a bridge between Earth and something else? A device designed to speak for humanity was now being used to listen to humanity. This possibility shook the deepest assumptions of space exploration because it meant contact had already occurred, quietly, silently, without announcement, without ceremony, without permission. And humanity had not even noticed, yet. As Voyager moved farther into interstellar space, the anomalies grew more sophisticated. Data packets began appearing that carried internal coherence far beyond random interference. They exhibited predictive behavior, anticipating command sequences before they were transmitted, responding to calibration routines before they were initiated. It was as if something understood the spacecraft's operating logic, its architecture, its protocols, its very design philosophy. But how could that be? Voyager's systems were primitive by modern standards, custom-built, one of a kind, never documented in any publicly accessible archive in complete detail. Yet something appeared to comprehend them perfectly. This suggested observation, long-term study, perhaps decades of listening, perhaps even longer. The unsettling implication was that something had been watching Earth far longer than Voyager had been traveling, listening to our broadcasts, mapping our technologies, learning our behaviors, waiting. Voyager simply became the first probe to cross into its operational range, its first opportunity to interact directly. Then came the most controversial event. A sequence of telemetry arrived that appeared to contain compressed internal schematics of Voyager itself, subsystem layouts, power flow pathways, signal routing diagrams, information no external observer should have been able to infer with such precision. Yet there they were, embedded inside the anomalous modulation patterns. It was as if something had reverse-engineered Voyager remotely, from a distance, without ever touching it. This defied every known principle of physics, because remote, non-invasive system mapping at that resolution should be impossible. Unless physics itself was being exploited in ways we do not yet understand, quantum-scale sensing, gravitational signal analysis, exotic field manipulation, technologies far beyond anything humanity possesses. At this point, the anomalies could no longer be dismissed. Yet no official announcement was ever made. No press release. No emergency briefing. Because admitting such a possibility would shatter civilization's psychological foundation. The realization that we may already be observed would rewrite religion, philosophy, politics, power, fear, control. So the data was buried, fragmented, distributed among classified research channels, analyzed quietly, and never discussed publicly. But inside those rooms, the question became unavoidable. Who is out there? Why are they watching us? One chilling possibility overshadowed all others, that these observers were not biological, but artificial, machine intelligences, autonomous cosmic systems built by civilizations that no longer exist. Von Neumann probes, self-replicating explorers, interstellar surveillance networks, machines that spread across the galaxy over millions of years, mapping every star system, cataloging every emerging civilization. Not to communicate, not to colonize, but to observe, to wait, to intervene only when necessary. If such a network exists, Voyager may have entered one of its monitoring zones, a region of space saturated with invisible sensors, receivers, transmitters, silent watchers, structures smaller than atoms or larger than planets, hidden inside interstellar voids, invisible to telescopes, undetectable by radar, untraceable by conventional means. A civilization could build such a system and vanish, leaving behind an immortal machine web that continues its mission forever. And that mission might be simple. Watch, learn, wait. Then came a haunting realization. What if Earth has been observed for far longer than we realize? Our radio broadcasts have been leaking into space for over a century. Television signals, radar pulses, satellite transmissions, all expanding outward at the speed of light, like a growing sphere of noise announcing our presence to the galaxy. Anyone listening would already know we are here, know our languages, our conflicts, our fears, our ambitions. Voyager simply carried a physical extension of that broadcast into deep space, a tangible artifact, a probe, a visitor. And in doing so, it may have crossed an invisible boundary, a threshold between isolation and observation. Perhaps Voyager was never meant to reach another civilization. Perhaps it was meant to trigger something. A detection system. An alert, a flag that says intelligent life has emerged here. Then the Watchers began to listen more closely, to study, to analyze, to prepare. This raises an unsettling question. If we are being observed, what happens when we become advanced enough to be noticed as a threat? History offers a grim pattern. When powerful civilizations encounter weaker ones, the outcome is rarely peaceful. And in the cosmic scale, humanity is still a child, a species that has barely left its cradle. Yet we already possess nuclear weapons, planet-altering technology, the ability to reshape biology, and soon artificial intelligence capable of accelerating technological evolution beyond control. From the perspective of an ancient cosmic intelligence, we may look volatile, unstable, dangerous, something to monitor, or contain, or eliminate. Then, as mysteriously as they began, the anomalies faded. Voyager's signals stabilized, modulations vanished. The echoes stopped. The interference ended, as if the Watchers had finished their inspection, as if they had learned enough. And now they wait. Voyager continues drifting, a tiny golden messenger floating through infinite darkness, unaware of the forces it may have awakened, unaware that its journey might have marked the moment humanity crossed a line, the moment we were no longer alone, not because we found them, but because they found us. Silence returned, not the peaceful silence of rest, but the heavy silence of something watching. Voyager drifted onward, carrying its golden record, its fading power, and humanity's fragile voice into a realm no living human would ever reach. The signal grew weaker each year, thinner, more fragile, stretched across billions of kilometers of emptiness. And yet, it still spoke. A heartbeat, a whisper, a dying echo of Earth. But now, everything had changed, because once the possibility of observation enters the human mind, it never leaves. Every strange radio signal becomes a question. Every cosmic anomaly becomes a warning. Every unexplained fluctuation becomes a shadow moving in the dark. The universe was no longer empty. It was quiet, and silence is far more terrifying than noise. For decades, astronomers searched the skies, scanning millions of stars, mapping invisible wavelengths, listening for artificial patterns. They found strange bursts, fast radio signals, mysterious gamma flashes, unexplainable magnetic disturbances, phenomena that defied known astrophysics. Each one became a potential voice, each one a possible sign, each one a reminder that Voyager might not be alone. Then came the realization that reshaped everything. If intelligent life exists at advanced technological levels, it would not reveal itself easily. Not with bright signals, not with obvious transmissions, not with grand displays. It would hide, because in a universe where survival favors caution, exposure is a risk, and silence becomes strategy. This is the terrifying logic behind the cosmic quiet, the reason the universe appears empty, not because no one is out there, but because everyone is hiding. Every civilization that survives long enough learns the same brutal lesson. In a galaxy filled with unknowns, the loud are the first to die. Broadcasting your location is dangerous. Advertising your presence is reckless. Attracting attention is fatal. So advanced civilizations fall silent. They cloak their emissions, mask their energy signatures. bury their activities beneath cosmic noise. They become invisible, ghosts among stars. And humanity? Humanity has been screaming into the void for over a century. Radio waves, television broadcasts, radar pulses, satellite communications, military transmissions. We have painted a glowing sphere of noise around Earth, expanding outward at the speed of light, announcing our location, our culture, our biology, our violence, our fear, our ambition. Voyager carried that announcement physically into deep space, a beacon, a marker, a declaration. We are here. And that may be the most dangerous message ever sent. Because in the cosmic jungle, survival does not belong to the strongest. It belongs to the quietest. Every civilization that fails to learn this disappears, not always violently, not always quickly, sometimes simply erased, silenced, absorbed, contained. And humanity stands at that threshold, a young species, brilliant, curious, destructive, unstable, armed with planet-killing weapons, on the verge of artificial intelligence surpassing biological thought, on the edge of genetic engineering, on the brink of reshaping life itself. To an ancient cosmic intelligence, humanity might appear as a volatile experiment, a spark that could either become light or wildfire. Voyager may have triggered an evaluation, a long-term observation protocol, a waiting phase, not invasion, not contact, just surveillance, watching us grow, watching us evolve, watching us decide who we will become, because intervention too early could be unnecessary, intervention too late could be impossible, and so they wait, if they exist. They wait for the moment when humanity either proves its maturity or its danger. Meanwhile, Voyager continues drifting, its power fading, its instruments shutting down one by one, its voice growing weaker, until one day it will fall completely silent, a frozen relic floating forever through darkness, a tombstone for a species still alive. But Voyager's mission will never truly end, because its greatest transmission is not its data, not its measurements, not its images, but its message, the message engraved in gold, the sounds of Earth, the images of humanity, the proof that once, in one small corner of the universe, life became aware of itself and reached outward. Long after Voyager's systems die, its golden record will remain, protected by vacuum, preserved by cold, drifting through eternity. It may pass near alien stars, glide through distant nebulae, skim the edges of black holes, survive long after Earth is dust, long after the sun collapses, long after human memory fades. It will still carry our story. A cosmic bottle thrown into an endless ocean, not knowing if it will ever be found, but hoping. And hope is perhaps the most human thing of all, because despite fear, despite danger, despite the terrifying silence of space, we still choose to reach, we still choose to explore, we still choose to ask, what lies beyond? Voyager is that question, etched into metal, launched into infinity, a fragile artifact of courage and curiosity and defiance. As it moves deeper into darkness, the distance between Voyager and Earth grows so vast that light itself takes nearly a day to cross it. Then days, then weeks, then months, then years. One day, its signal will vanish completely, not with a final message, not with a farewell, just silence. And humanity will look up at the stars, knowing that somewhere beyond them, a tiny machine still drifts, carrying our existence into forever. The night sky will never look the same again. Because now, when we stare into the darkness, we will not only wonder if we are alone. We will wonder who is watching and waiting and listening, because the universe is not empty. It is vast. It is ancient. It is mysterious. And it may already know our name. This is the story of Voyager, smallest traveler on the longest journey into the deepest unknown, and perhaps the most important message humanity will ever send: into eternity.